up guys, this is KTV Reviews back doing a new video today for you guys. And today I'll be talking about the upcoming Child's Play remake on as talking about this movie here. I was not going to say the name of the character, of course, because people will probably say it's going to be part of the original series now. So anyway, today I'll be talking about the remake. I am not saying the other word because it's not a I'll say it. It's not a reboot. They are not rebooting the series, okay? They just remaking, as I'll say, they're only going to remake the first one, the original one. They're not doing two. There's not going to be two. It won't be nothing to do with no military school. Oh, the doll won't get married to another robot, or have a robot child, or basically go around and killing other people. Or there be more of them. No, it's not doing any of that stuff. So they're just remaking the original, the first one. As I'll talk about it as when I heard they was remaking Child's Play, I was kind of like, okay, that's kind of nice, because as I actually felt very disappointed with the last Chucky movie. I don't call it by Child's Play or say Child's Play 7, Child's Play 6. No, I say Chucky. Initially, yeah, the series initially is called Chucky now. It's like saying, okay, Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy Krueger. Come on. So, yeah. As you know, when I heard about that, I was like, well, I'd be kind of nice to see another Chucky movie, and something different, and something, try to continue what it will be. And so, as I'll get to the story of this, remake, I would put this I did talk a little bit about it in the Chucky discussion videos I did on this channel, so a little. So I decided to do this video on it because I decided to do it because I've seen a lot of other people talking crap about this movie remake and all that, and trying to defend Don Mancini and all this stuff. I'm like, come on. Why are you guys hating on this movie? And it's not even out yet. And it's kind of shocking. When I see that, I'm like, what's wrong with you guys? And actually today, I don't even care for movies today. Like, there are some scary movies coming out that I don't even care for. I don't care about The Nun. I don't care about The Conjuring. None of that bull crap about demons and all this nonsense. Even the Halloween movie, I didn't really care for that either. So, like I said, yeah, of course, Michael Myers is not my favorite horror icon, so I don't care for him. So, as I said, I don't care for movies that are coming out today, because movies are kind of getting lacking, and they're not really great anymore. I don't even look at them, really. I actually like looking at the older movies. It's kind of good. When I look at the older movies, I'm like, oh yeah, I like them. But today movies, no. Even cartoons are getting horrible. And that's sad too. So yeah. You know, like, you guys are hating on this movie, and this movie is not even out yet. When I heard that they were going for production, they are going for production with this and taking their time. And so, that's pretty nice. Then when I see all these guys hating on it, it's like, they're doing a Chucky TV show. They're gonna remake on Chucky. And I'm like, okay. So let me get to behind this story of Child's Play. Yes, the original series, the series is called Child's Play. Okay, I get it. It's called Child's Play. So the reason why the first three movies are called Child's Play is because it had something to do with a child. As I said, the first two movies, Andy. 3, Tyler. So, as later movies didn't have nothing to do with a child. That's why I was like, Bride of Chucky, Seed of Chucky, Curse of Chucky. Kind of felt the girl in that movie, Alice, was trying to reflect back to Andy a little bit. So initially, yeah, it's kind of they was trying to remember this reference back to Child's Play 1. She was kind of there to be like that. That's basically it was. Cold no. So all those later movies kind of did not have nothing to do with a child. That's why the first three did. So you guys making a TV show and thinking like, how are they going to inflict with this TV show? And so when you guys saying, oh, this remake is going to ruin that TV show, and I'm like, okay, now I'm going to get into the story behind this movie. The original name of this movie was called Blood Buddies. So Blood Buddies was the original name of this movie. So they basically are following the original script that was meant to be in the original first Child's Play movie. So the elements that are in the movie that was not in the original script, of course, the voodoo. The voodoo was not even in the script of the original story. There was no I dare do a Dambala, give me the power I beg of you. Even though I loved that so much, it was not in the original script. So there's no transfer my soul to a human and all that. It was not in the original script. There was no Charles Lee Ray. None of that stuff. And y'all say Dom and Z created that character. No. The original person, the original director that did Child's Play 1, Tom Holland. Don't get confused of the stupid person that plays Spider-Man. I don't like him, period. That's why I hate movies today. No, not him. The director, the original director of Chucky. And he created Chucky. So Don Mancini did not create Chucky. Y'all say he did. He originally didn't. Tom Holland. So, as I said, the doll original name was actually called Buddy, but so as they changed it into Chucky, so that's what it was. So what in this movie that will gonna be different? The doll is like the manifestations of Andy, his conscience. And the doll will actually basically keep all the enemy, all Andy's, all people around Andy away. And basically, you're friends to the end. And have no one else close to him. So, yeah, that's the original concept. And the doll basically will control Andy, and Andy be doing the killing and doing all this stuff. And so that's basically what the original movie was. Like, the doll would drive Andy crazy and all this stuff and make him kill. And yeah, that is very Child's Play, right? So yeah, that original script. I was like, wow, that's pretty great. Like, instead of transfer your soul to someone and all this stuff. And as I heard about for the remake, the story, they're kind of following like, okay, the doll's a robot, so I'm looking like, well, initially, when I see Chucky, he kind of is a robot. Animatronic, a robot, is basically what he was. had 8 to 10 people controlling him, making him walk, and all that is basically robot. Come on now, he is a robot. Then when you look at, as you know, in the first two movies, and Bride and Seed, and I guess Curse, if they did do that, have a little person walking around in the costume of them and all that stuff. And yeah, that was pretty cool to actually do that. But as you know, make him be an AI robot, it's like, well, if they had the technology to do that, I'd be like, well, that's pretty cool. No, they're supposed to be like the old one. He has to be he's supposed to be controlled by 10 people. That make him a robot. Come on. What you expected the movie to be? Well, I kind of be happy if it went to a newer, better way of controlling the doll. Besides, you guys hating on the early picture of the darn doll, it's kind of stupid. And as I look on the picture, as I look at this picture of Chucky here, as you see on the screen, I kind of like it. It's what I expect him to look like. Even though, as y'all all complaining about it, how he looks and the box, how the box looks. There's two other pictures of this movie. Of course, this is the first profile picture you see on the screen. But I know the other one is the good guy doll box, and it's actually inside a warehouse. So as I'm thinking, is it gonna be in the is actually gonna be a scene at the factory? Like, so are they kind of conflicting back to Child's Play 2? Hey, that'd be pretty cool if they go to the factory. Hey, who knows? Or the factory will be in the beginning of the movie or so. So that'd be a pretty cool concept. Hey, remember Child's Play 2? They went to the factory. And even though they're not going to make a sequel, so why are you guys complaining? So yeah, like I said, it's kind of pointless. I wanted to see what this doll could do, how it would look in AI form. And see how it be programmed. And of course it'll be controlled, be hacked, and it has no emotions. And that's basically how Chucky was in the old movies. He actually had emotions and character to him. And I want to see how it will be like the doll just have no motives, no emotions, nothing, no mind of its own. It's one track mind. It kills. Something I kind of thinking it will do. Besides, yeah, kind of take elements from two other horror icons, of course. Michael Myers, Jason. Initially, is, you know, has no emotions or nothing. That's basically what I kind of expect if Chucky was like that in the other movies, but it would never happen. But yes, I still ask, why people hate this movie. Of course, yes, Brad Dourif. As I heard that he was not going to do Chucky in this movie, and well, I'd be like, well, he is getting old. As you know, even though he is my favorite actor. Yeah, he's getting old, and even though, yeah, they're gonna do the TV series with Chucky and all that, I'm like, well, I would like to see someone else do a character besides him. It doesn't have to be him all the time. Even, and that's what people basically complain about. I know like how people hated the Freddy movie because Robert Englund. Even Robert Englund said the movie sucked. I didn't care for the movie either. Even though that Freddy was in Mortal Kombat 9, I didn't care for the movie at all. So it's pretty stupid, like I said, how you guys hate. Let someone else do it. Even though, as fun fact, I want to tell you guys, fun fact, out of all the movies that are not getting out of all the movies, Chucky or Child's Play, Scream, and Leprechaun were the only 3 movies that didn't get a reboot. And Chucky and Leprechaun just about to get a reboot. As I guess the new Leprechaun, I'm going to talk a little bit about it. As the new Leprechaun movie, I guess it'll take place after 1. So I guess 2, 3, 4, yeah, in space, that's a different story. In the hood, back to the hood. The origin movie was kind of weird. I never saw it, so I'm glad I never seen it. But other than that, so it's kind of, them only 3 movies that are not remaked at all. Even though Halloween just got another reboot, just ignore 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, H2O and Resurrection, and just pretend that those movies didn't happen. And here is this movie. It takes place 40 years. Remember, guys? 40 years after Halloween 1. Horrible. So yes, like I said, for this movie, they just remaking the first one. So there's no need to say, hey, they gonna reboot this. I'm like, no, they're not. So it's not continuing from the original series. It's only going to continue, only stay on the original movie concept. And they're just going to follow the original script of the movie. This might have nothing to do with voodoo. It doesn't have nothing to do with transfer your soul or nothing like that. It's the doll basically controls Andy and be his conscience, and that's all the doll will be. So there's no point of hating on this movie. And that is my thoughts on that. I'm like, why you guys hate on this movie? And I'm like, I'm actually kind of waiting for this movie. And it's kind of nice. As for this movie, it's going to be going to theaters. And so, as the other Chucky movies have not been going to theaters. As I said, the last movie that was ever in theaters was Seed of Chucky. And of course, all you guys hated that movie, even though I only watched it because of Chucky. Right? So, that was the last movie that was in theaters. And that's why, as you look at these other 2, they kind of feel lacking. They could have been in theaters. And it'll be people actually pretty happy to see Chucky back on the big screen. So I'm glad for this movie to come out and actually be great to see. Besides, you guys, this crap is garbage. They have followed Dom Mancini and all this stuff. And I'm like, there you go, Dom Mancini. Oh this, oh that. Look at this, look at that. You guys defend him because you're only liking him because he's ruining things. Even though, as I see these other movies of Chucky, these movies have kind of been lacking. Even Child's Play basically just continued the same thing after 2. But initially it kind of changed a little bit. Besides being Andy the target, goes after another kid besides Andy. And so that's all y'all doing. You just hate on the fact that the later movies kind of felt lacking. The only one that kind of changed the series was Bride of Chucky. And Curse tried to go back to that horror route, from the original movie, and Cold basically lacked and misleading and fall apart. So as I look at all those movies, as I reviewed all those movies on this channel, my favorite two, Child's Play 2 and Bride of Chucky. And Bride of Chucky was the first movie I seen out of the Chucky series. And Child's Play 2 was my favorite as well. So those were my favorite two movies from the series. And like I said, you can defend Diamond Cine for this and that and this and all that. And it's just pointless because he's not doing things right or doing things well. He's just making it horrible. Right? So anyway, like I said, Diamond Cine is not doing things great. Even though y'all basically, even though you're hating on this remake, and it's kind of pointless. If they're remaking this movie, just one movie, what else do you think they're gonna do now? And besides that, I'm kind of excited for this movie. I don't care what people will say, and if it actually become a great movie, then I'd be very happy. And I actually plan on doing my own Chucky movie, kind of. You know, like I did upload a video called "The Power of Chucky," and it's actually I will talk about it in this video. Power of Chucky is on Toys Ball Z Saga channel. The Power of Chucky was an early story I wrote of Chucky, and I found my story. It was on a piece of paper. One day I was cleaning out my closet, and I found the story called Power of Chucky, and I looked at it, and when I saw it, and I read the story, and it said like, okay, Chucky is going after Goku because he knows Goku is the strongest warrior on Earth. He wants to take his body. And become powerful. And so the story concept, it was an early story. I think it was meant to be in Toys Ball Z Origin, I guess, the original story, because that's where it came from. So I as I saw it, I was like, yes, I got to make this. It'd be pretty cool that I make this. And so if you guys want to see a trailer of it, or I made a sneak peek of it. It's like an early concept of the video. I just recorded it and make up stuff in the video, but it's not the final movie video at all. So it's coming out pretty soon, probably next year around Halloween, of course, right after this movie comes out, this remake. So it'll probably be pretty cool to see. And I'll probably do it in stop motion and all that stuff. So anyway, that is my thoughts on the Child's Play remake, and of course all these people that are hating on this movie. I'm actually excited for it. I don't get how you guys hate on this movie, and it's just pointless. And can you just enjoy something that even though it tried to be you say it's a knockoff version, and you just hate on this movie. Even though, if you guys are talking about this movie, why are you hating on it? And I'm looking at you guys making these videos and just hate on this movie, and you're so-called Chucky fans. Yeah, out of all the Chucky movies, I'm gonna say it, out of all the Chucky movies in the series, I actually never hated no Chucky movie in the series, really. Like, even though I have two favorites, that don't make all the other ones not my favorite, you know? Yes, Child's Play, okay. I'm gonna do a little ranking right now. One little ranking. Child's Play 1, I never saw the movie the first time. It was like a movie like, oh, it was before this one. So it makes sense to me. And even though there's a couple of things in that movie I did like, of course, when it comes to life, when the final showdown fighting with him, and all that. That was out of Child's Play 1. Of course, when he's running from Mike Norris at the beginning of the movie too. Alright, Child's Play 2. I love Child's Play 2. Every scene in the movie was great. I love Child's Play 2 a lot. I watch it all the time. Love it. So I said it was a 10 out of 10 to me. I love that movie. 3. It made the movie. It was, you know, it continued to follow the same format of 2, but it was still an enjoyable movie to watch. Like, it's enjoyable in every way. Like, they try to do something different besides, but they're still doing the same thing. Like, he's chasing Andy and all this stuff, but still he finds another person instead of him. Okay. Of course, his death in the movie was great, and I like it. It was a great movie. Bride, favorite movie. Jennifer Tilly, love Jennifer Tilly. Rat Dorff, always. And great movie to watch all the time. With the music too, and Chucky iconic laugh, all that stuff. It's great. Seed, every scene in the movie that Chucky is in, I love. I like when they first see him, first see their son. And I like when they talk to each other, like Tiffany and Glenn talk to each other. Every scene Chucky is in, I like it. Even though, yeah, he's masturbating in one scene, I'm like, okay. Even though. But every scene with Chucky in it, I liked it. Yeah, and Tiffany, so I liked it because they were their scenes in the movie. So, Curse, it kind of made the movie, it brought back the horror roots, even though it kept intense suspense. I thought it was a remake. I was when I first saw this, and I was like, oh shit, it's not. And yeah, okay. Of course, you have your mother's eyes, stab in the eye. Of course, Nika and Chucky's showdown and all that. Even though I'm shocked Jennifer Tilly was in this movie, and Andy, Alex Vincent, and shocking. Okay. But the movie kind of ended with a cliffhanger. Kind of. Alright, Cult. Misleading. It had two stories playing at the same time, and it couldn't connect at all. It was just jumbled up. Multiple Chuckies. Yeah, it could have been Child's Play 3, but it was just misleading. Even though it was just horrible. Oh, speaking of that, forgot one thing from Curse. Throw in a black backstory that could in the first movie. It's kind of wrong. But anyway, yeah, Cult, misleading. Then is lacking everything. Two stories playing at the same time. And movie end with a weird way of ending, and it's just bad. And initially in the end, the bad guy wins. Like in Curse, the bad guy wins. You know. So yeah, that's it. That's all I have to say about those movies. Those my ranking of the movies. Even though I already did it in that video that done. But yeah, that's all I have to say about this new remake of Child's Play. I don't get how you guys hate on this movie and all this, and I'm actually excited for it. What you guys think of this remake? Do you think it's going to be great even though you got people hating on it? Or do you think, oh, it's going to be garbage, just like those people? And like I said, I actually cared for this movie, and I actually want to see it, and it'd be pretty nice. As you know, they actually got finished with the movie, and I can't wait next year to see it. They're probably putting it together right now. So yeah, and I think the same people that did the It movie is actually did this movie too. So I didn't care for the It movie. So anyway, that's all I'd say about this video. Like, comment, and subscribe, and see you guys next time, and peace.